Landman stated that Trump could sell properties in Chicago and New York, but that selling Mar-a-Lago alone would not generate enough money for the total amount payable. He added that as a point of pride, brand, and psychology, Mar-a-Lago would be last in the list of assets under consideration. The extraordinarily valuable parcel of land known as Mar-a-Lago is not worth enough to pay for the entire debt, according to Brad Hunter of the real estate market research and consulting firm Hunter Housing Economics. Research from Hunter Housing Economics indicates that throughout the previous 12 months, the number of multimillion-dollar house transactions in the community of Palm Beach has decreased. Mar-a-Lago is a unique gem, spanning 17 acres from the Intracoastal Waterway to the Atlantic Ocean. I think it's worth $375 million, Hunter remarked. It could take a long time to find a buyer and get access to those proceeds, because that is a rarefied part of the market, he said. The search for that buyer could take months or even a year or longer, as there are very few people in the world with the resources to purchase a home like that. Even in that case, the net proceeds would not reach the $464 million target. If the property were marketed for less than this $375 million amount, the period on the market might be shortened. It's difficult to assess Mar-a-Lago's worth because it's not for sale, and the Trump family has never stated that they want to list it. The average Palm Beach property has increased by 180% since 1996, according to Ken Johnson, Associate Dean of Graduate Programs and Real Estate Economist at Florida Atlantic University, who told Newsweek in late 2022, Mar-a-Lago has probably outperformed this gain. The state's attorney general would be able to begin collecting on the money that Trump owes the state as a result of James' lawsuit if he is unable to provide a financial guarantee by next Monday. Judge Arthur Engeron, who is presiding over the case, gave Trump an order in February to pay $355 million, plus interest, for misrepresenting the value of his properties in order to get better terms from banks and insurers. He also forbade him from holding senior positions in any New York company for a period of 3 years. Furthermore, a well-known political scientist claimed that Donald Trump is alienating to large swathes of suburbia following the presumed Republican nominee for president's dismal performance in several suburban communities during his GOP primary campaign. Following a series of primary wins on March 12, Trump cemented his status as the presumed Republican nominee for president in 2024. He accumulated enough proclaimed delegates to formally secure the GOP nomination at the party's national convention in July. On March 19, he won further primary elections in Florida, Ohio, Arizona, Illinois, and Kansas. But in a red flag for Trump, he lost more than 500,000 votes to Nikki Haley, the former governor of South Carolina, who had previously declared her candidacy and was now hesitating to support the frontrunner. In several staunchly suburban areas, traditional Republican strongholds that have been straying from the GOP in recent years, Trump struggled throughout the primaries. Trump received 77% of the GOP primary vote in Maricopa County, Arizona, which is home to the state capital of Phoenix. Haley received 20% of the vote, and Florida Governor Ron DeSantis received 2%. Both candidates had already declared their withdrawals. Similarly, Trump received 70% of the vote in Franklin County, Ohio, which includes Columbus, the state capital, while Haley received 20% of the vote once more. In the mostly suburban DuPage County, Illinois, which is just west of Chicago, Trump received 72% of the vote, while Haley received 22%. On X, formerly Twitter, ABC News data analyst G. Elliot Morris commented in response to preliminary findings from these 3 counties. Look, I'm not one to read too much into the voting patterns of the GOP primary. Trump is going to win something like 90 to 95% of Republican voters come November. However, it might make a difference even if 10% of these suburban Haley voters abstain from voting for him or Biden in November. Thomas Gift, a political scientist in charge of University College London's Center on U.S. Politics, expressed similar worries. He declared, "It is undeniable that Trump is alienating a sizable portion of suburban voters, who have generally shifted away from the GOP and are more likely to be wealthy and college-educated. Trump's insistence on base mobilization at the expense of trying to widen his circle of support leads to a ceiling in his approvals that's most pronounced among upscale, suburban moderates. According to Gift, this is only the continuation of larger electoral patterns that have recently increased white-collar professionals' attraction to the Democratic Party.